No, because the 2026 World Cup is literally going to break athletes' brains, and one country has already figured out how to use that as a weapon. Here's the setup. 52 games. 3 countries. 4 time zones. Players hopping from Vancouver to Miami to Guadalajara like they're doing a chaotic gap year, except their careers depend on every single millisecond. And the thing is, your body does not care about your match schedule. Your circadian rhythm runs on a 24-hour internal clock baked into your biology, and it does not take requests. When you shift time zones by even 2 or 3 hours, your fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones that make elite athletes inhuman, literally slow down. Response times drop. Reaction windows close. Your body is still asleep even when you're standing on the pitch. Studies out of Stanford and the University of Birmingham found that athletic performance can degrade by up to 20% depending on what time of day you're competing relative to your internal clock. 20%. In a World Cup knockout game. That's not a stat, that's a sentence. But that's not even the strangest part. The degradation isn't random, it's predictable. Scientists can calculate exactly when your body hits its performance peak based on your sleep schedule and home time zone. Which means, and stay with me here, if you know when your opponent's body clock bottoms out, you can engineer the draw, the scheduling, the travel itinerary to make them play at their biological worst. The U.S. Soccer Federation has been quietly working with chronobiologists, that's literally sleep scientists, since at least 2023 to map circadian vulnerability windows for every group stage opponent. I'm not okay with how calculated this is. The tactic is called circadian advantage scheduling, and the way that national teams with home continent games get to stay in their natural time zone while visiting teams cross 4 time zones and arrive 3 days before kickoff, it's already built into the disadvantage. Mexico is low-key the most dangerous player in this whole game. Their primary venues sit in a time zone that overlaps perfectly with their players' normal sleep cycles, and their squad trains at altitude on top of that, which amplifies the oxygen debt punishment for any jet-lagged opponent running on empty. Meanwhile, European and African teams flying in are staring down a minimum 5-hour circadian shift. Their melatonin is spiking at kickoff. Their cortisol, the hormone that actually gets your muscles firing, is on a completely different schedule. It's giving biological warfare, and I don't use that lightly. Some teams are already trialing light therapy goggles, these wild-looking glasses that blast specific wavelengths into your eyes to manually reset your circadian clock faster. Bayern Munich's sports science staff filed a patent adjacent to this tech in 2024. Draw your own conclusions. The teams that crack this, that figure out how to arrive jet-lagged and perform like they never left home, are going to look like they have superpowers. And the teams that ignore the science are going to lose games they should have won for reasons their coaches will never publicly admit. The 2026 World Cup isn't just the biggest tournament ever built. It's the first one where the map itself is a weapon, and the war started years before a single ball is kicked. If your brain is now broken, subscribe because we go here every single week, and tell me below, which country do you think is actually winning the jet lag arms race right now?